Hey guys, it's me, Anna Fraser, and this video is going to be about when you're online marketing and you just get extremely frustrated in your business. You get extremely frustrated with your team members. You get extremely frustrated at the fact that maybe you're not making the amount of sales that you want to make in a day, and you're just kind of at that point where you don't really know if you should move forward or just, stop. So I'm not gonna lie to you and make it seem like it's all always peachy online, because it's not. You have to deal with haters. You're gonna have haters coming after you thinking that they know you and are just making ridiculous comments. You're going to have team members that, turn out to be shady, but you're going to learn that once you educate yourself in this business. And that's why I tell people to stay in. You see, it's the not staying in that gets people messed up. It's the not connecting with people that gets people messed up. And it's not taking action and learning from your sponsor that gets people messed up. So one thing that I learned pretty early, I learned this maybe in the first like 2 to 3 months online, is to have a major definite purpose. And at first, when that was told to me, I didn't really understand what having a major definite purpose, the philosophy of it, what that had to do with me making sales and convincing people that what I have is reliable, what I have does work, and what I have is actually the solution to their problem. So, when I was first told to read the book Think and Grow Rich, I was kind of like, yeah, I've heard about the book. I never thought I would ever be reading the book in life, to be honest. But I started to get on a mastermind call. That was my first mastermind ever. I had no idea what a mastermind was. And they still hold that mastermind call today every morning at 9 a.m. And occasionally I get on it. And what this mastermind is that they actually go over the book Think and Grow Rich every day, and you can read along. And I do have a copy with my book and I carry it around with me every day. Even if I'm not reading it, I always have it on me. It's pretty weird because I've had this book on me for about over a year now. Whether it's in my purse, my book bag, I always travel with my laptop. So, internet lifestyle network. But I mean, when I started to realize that I needed to take this book seriously, from that day, I've had this book with me every day. So what I learned from that book is there is a section pretty early on in the book where it talks about the major definite purpose, and it breaks it down into 6 steps. And so when I joined I would say my first online business opportunity, but it wasn't my first business opportunity. So, because I think sometimes people get confused about that. I joined a business opportunity. They just at that time started marketing online, but they didn't have anything set up. So it was an offline business. They just started branching with marketing online, where people are starting to make videos and stuff like that. But the company itself wasn't initially an online business, if that makes sense. But what I consider my primary first online business, it was centered around empowering people and giving people a platform to gain exposure for themselves and for their business, and to brand themselves, and to really be considered an authority figure in the marketplace. So that's what I joined. And I decided to join a team member who, I mean, I really wasn't getting much help from her. She was my sponsor, my first business opportunity, the one that was offline, but came online. And so she was in this online company as well. But guess what? This wasn't my first time hearing about this company. I had heard about it 6 months prior. My mom actually came home with the link. So it's pretty interesting how full circle it just kind of came back around to me. So after that, you know, I realized like, okay, I'm not really getting help from my sponsor, but let me tell you the type of person I was at the beginning of my journey with online marketing. When I realized I really wasn't getting help from her, I wasn't upset. I wasn't annoyed. I didn't play the blame game with her. I actually just went back to the resource of where I found her in the first place. I actually stayed in those two companies that I joined her with. And from that, I was able to network. And I was able to come across a team at the time that was the biggest team in this online business opportunity, like one of the biggest teams. And that changed my life. That really changed my life. And in this group, there is a man that hosts these Monday mastermind calls still to this day, where we go over Think and Grow Rich. And from that mastermind call, they built a marketing system platform to go along with the business opportunity. And a part of that was you got a copy of your major definite purpose, right? And, you know, if you want this in document form, I have no problem sending it to you. All you got to do is just send me a message on Facebook and I'll send it to you. But this is actually in Think and Grow Rich. The formation is a little bit different, but once you see those 6 steps, you're going to know exactly what it is. And the goal of this, and this is from Think and Grow Rich now, it's a very influential, life-changing book. He advises that you read this out loud 2 times a day, in the morning and in the night, and do it every day until you can actually remember this and cite it out loud without reading this. You can just cite it. So I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm committed to getting there. So there are some few spots at the top that you fill out. It's going to ask you for a date. It's going to ask you for how much money your goal money profit that you want to acquire by that date. And then there's a spot where it asks basically kind of what are you going to do to acquire that money by that date. And then, so that's your major definite purpose, right? And then what goes along with that is a self-confidence formula. And that's broken down into 5 to 6 steps. And then at the bottom, what you do is when you first see this, you put a date, right? And then you sign it. And the goal is for the next 90 days straight, you're going to read this twice a day. Now, I started off this video talking about being frustrated online. When I get extremely frustrated, I read this. When in the past, because right now, that's not even my mindset anymore, but in the past, when I've thought about quitting, in the past, when I've taken a 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 6 week online break from promoting, which is never a good idea. I wouldn't recommend that. I've done that a few times. But I always had a copy of one of these, and every 90 days I would reprint one and rededicate myself. So I definitely had inconsistencies at the beginning. And again, I wouldn't recommend that. This is why I'm being honest with you and letting you know. But guess what? I always got back in. I never truly 100% gave it up because I really have seen proof that this stuff works, you guys. And you just have to ask yourself, what type of person are you? Do you take your business seriously, or do you look at this as a hobby? Because I've talked to a few people who say, oh, I just want to do this in my spare time. It's to the point where I take my business online so seriously that that internally offends me. I'm not even going to lie, it does. So with those type of people, I just kind of say, you know what? That's understandable. Maybe right then and there you don't see the vision, but I just know that you're going to need a little bit more work. And those people that look at it as a hobby, it's to the point where you really don't even want to work with them. Because I never looked at this as a hobby. My issue at times was self-doubt. My issue at times was frustration. And when I got frustrated, I didn't know I had a solution to help get me through my frustration, which is this. And you guys, I make videos like this all the time. I want to get back to making videos daily. And my reason for this is I make these videos to tell you what it really takes to make money online. Like, I'm being honest with you. And I'm not talking about $50 here, $100 here. I'm talking about thousands of dollars. And sometimes people, they don't see the vision, and it's hard for them to see the vision when they're not taking action and doing the things daily that their mentor or their biz op is telling them to do. And that's why they get frustrated and quit. You guys, 85% of people that get started online, they quit within like their first 2 months. They quit before they even really get started because they're frustrated and because they don't have that guidance. Well, I am here to guide you. Like, it's really not a difficult thing to do, you guys. You're capable of making money online, and not just money. You're capable of having an online business and working from yourself. Like, imagine, when did you like to be able to go out with your friends, and if you happen to have one of those nights, you come home, you don't wake up till 3 o'clock in the morning, you can open up your laptop and still make your daily earnings as if you did go to work, because you learned the necessary things that it takes to get started online. Right now, I'm in Internet Lifestyle Network. It's free for the first 7 days, which is insane because most people, I'm going to say we have like a 90% rate where most people are making like their first $20 in 24 hours. Most people are making more than one sale in their first 7 days. After 7 days is $37 a month for the basic level, and you get an amazing blogging platform. Like, it's insane how it's set up, and one day I'm going to make a video about that. And I do have an affiliate training which will be in there, but the training alone that goes along with this blogging platform is insane. It is insane that it's only $37 a month, to be honest. And the strategy that I was given after I signed up, it was a free Facebook marketing strategy. That strategy that I received, you guys, I made 8 sales in 3 weeks. That's the most sales I've ever made since I've been online. I've been online for 19 months almost, and I made 8 sales in 3 weeks. That's the fastest time I've ever made that many sales. I've made money online inconsistently, but the strategy worked. And I realized that, and the leaders will tell you, good mentors will tell you that when you find something that works, you do not ignore it, and you do not do it for a little bit, then stop. You keep that strategy. And yeah, you can scale it from that, but keep that strategy, and my strategy works. You guys sign up for free, use the promo code SECRET7 and get started.